Hey everybody, it's the Mad Master here. I'm doing another video. I didn't think I'd do three or four videos today, but I just thought of this right now. So I'm going to give you a thought experiment. Let's try to do this thought experiment. Thankfully, my air conditioning's off, so you could probably hear my video better, the audio better. So let's say you're living in the '90s and you're in the closet, gay, right? And then you hear someone say your preference for men or women is wrong and evil, and you should just switch to being straight or bi or whatever. Now, of course, the person saying this would be called homophobic, and with good reason, and prejudiced and everything. And this is what a lot of people had to face back in the day. So now we have, but let's say we took out the words, gay, bi, or bi, straight, and all these things, and then we put some of these statements by some of these people today, and where they say fat, like obese or trans or whatever, and we just take, it's like Mad Libs, you just take out the words. A lot of the statements coming from these people, the people on the left now, about preferences and all these things, sound like you just replace the words. And I'm not going to go as far as like some of these right wingers and stuff about black people are racist against white people nowadays, it's worse or whatever like that. I'm not going to go get into that stuff. There's a very complicated thing, nuanced argument to be had about some of these things. Of course, I think a lot of like that woman that was the head of Black Lives Matter that had to resign or whatever with the mansions, that's pure hypocrisy as far as her mansions and all that. It's a lot of that's a grift. The grifts happen on the right and the left a lot of the time, whether it's Candace Owens or that woman or whoever. And this thing about sexual preferences, it's pretty ridiculous. I was told by someone that I was questioned why I wasn't willing to be bisexual by an ex. I'm like, well, that's just not my preference. You wouldn't say that to your gay best friend as far as why doesn't he swing straight? It's just like, it's so ridiculous. And why I won't, date, trans people or something like that, or why I won't date men. It's like, I have preferences. I prefer vaginas that are natural. I prefer women that are of childbearing age too. Because I kind of want to have my own biological children, as problematic as that sounds, for various reasons. So this whole thing about preferences, and I mean, it pisses me off. And there's another thing about this too. Well, I'm going to do a separate video about that, I decided. But I think having preferences is just natural to life. You prefer mint ice cream over chocolate ice cream, or you can prefer Iron Maiden to Judas Priest, or Metallica to Megadeth, or Megadeth to Metallica. It's just the way we live our lives is full of preferences. God forbid we have sexual preferences. Oh my God. I know a guy that's really into women of African American descent, and he's white. Actually, I've known several people like that. And people have preferences. My God, it's controversial. But there are other, I think there's other forces at play that are pushing these things, as I will talk about in an upcoming video, probably. I'm just doing a couple extra videos because I'm cooking some pizza that I'm just going to get for lunch. So that's about all.